Hello there, my name is Sammy and welcome back to my stream theory playthrough of Zeno 2, where I'll be playing the game live, also providing analysis and commentary as I go. Alright, so I know from the last part I was in the middle of a battle, so that's why I'm starting in the main menu here. So as soon as I load in, I'm going to be stuck right into the middle of that boss battle. So let's just get into it then. See here, fighting the golem, and not going to be much commentary during the battle because I'm going to be focusing on it. But let's just get to that pretty soon.
Had I stayed on my throne, watching, I would have kept you away, not requiring this. I thought I could do greater good by going into Xenozoic.
I'm gonna try and
the seed of civilization. Once again, I see my makers were wiser than me by giving me a simple purpose. I must only protect the limits.
Alright, so what I'm trying to do is I don't want to attack the golem directly because the attacks against me are pretty strong.
Your stubbornness will be the cause of your death.
Yeah, unless I have to. There are no other targets. Oh, there's one there now, but alright. Need to be concerned a little bit about health. In fact, it seems like if I stick to attacking these guys, then I can get some health back. Target, target. Plus I can damage the golem at the same time. Oh boy. Okay, where's the health? I need to find that health drop. Ah, can't get things to connect. Okay, now I'm on my own here. Oh boy. And I gotta get away from here too. Alright, so there aren't health drops everywhere, or every single time. Fortunately, I need that health. Not gonna last very long. Oh boy. Seems like the health drops are not consistent. There we go, target that. Yeah, that's not a health drop, that's at the other. Okay. And that's the end of the health there, but okay, so I think I can do this. I just have to be a little bit more careful about getting hit. There was a period there where I took way too much damage, let myself take too many hits when I can, as you can see, I figured out a little bit later that I could keep my distance a little bit better than I did. I'll try that
I am sorry
now.
it has come to this. I have neglected my true purpose, which is to stop you from crossing the border. Had I stayed on my throne, watching, I would have kept you away, not requiring this.
Harder to get me to make sure I connect.
I thought I could do greater good by going into Xenozoic and planting the seed of civilization.
Okay.
Once again, I see my makers were wiser than me by giving me a simple purpose. I must only protect the limits. The laws I obey cannot be subverted. Your stubbornness will be the cause of your death.
Doing a lot better now, I think. Ah, man, I missed. There we go, that's what I was trying to do. Okay. Slowly but surely. There we go. That should hit. Okay. Got him this time. Pretty difficult battle. So we'll talk more about it afterward. Okay, that's interesting.
The link is back. I thought it wouldn't be back. I thought perhaps my makers wouldn't allow me to have my power outside of Xenozoic. Or was it an error? An accident?
Lucky death. We're going to your city. You just make sure you don't die.
I cannot allow you to go to the city.
You can barely walk.
But we are linked. If you go north, I will crush my organs and you will die.
You bastard! You can't do that. It's not just us. Father, mother, our brothers. Everyone you've touched would die too.
I don't want to do it, but I will.
He's bluffing. He wouldn't do it.
Ghat! You play being forward with your own life. Father, mother, Dadra, everyone's life is in danger.
You're right.
Golem, why are we being kept away? Why can't we leave Xenozoic?
Reinsertion won't even be considered until people in Xenozoic are civilized.
What does that mean?
Civilized is what you and Rimat are not. Morally advanced, civilized people respect the laws of their chosen leaders. Xenozoic won't be civilized in your lifetime. Maybe never. I might be dead soon. And with me,
What does soon mean? You're like 1,000,000 years old, right?
My organs are failing. Without a replacement, I will die.
Break the link.
I will not do that.
You worthless Tef. You expect us to just die with you?
In your place, I would go find the East Golem. He has what I need to survive.
Then let's go find him.
I don't have the strength to get there. Not even the strength to control my servants. Take these so I may help you on your way. We will be able to speak, regardless of the distance.
You put everyone in danger. If you didn't have your magic, I would bash your skull in.
Let's go, Ghat.
Alright, so for now it seems like Ghat and Rimat have to help the golem so that they won't die themselves because of the link that they have with him. But we did beat him. And we did learn some weird stuff about the golem. Seems like he's partially robotic, partially machine, possibly organic as well, or some sort of mixture. But in any case, yeah, some pretty awesome revelations coming on and happening at the end, or close to the end of the game. I'm assuming that's what we're pretty close to the end here. So, outside of our home, there is a pretty big. There is a much larger world where the golem's people live and have what looks like an advanced civilization. And it seems like they're also keeping Ghat and Rimat's people essentially in some sort of zoo, in some sort of secluded area where they can remain separate from the civilization. Whenever
If you wish to survive, you must go find the East Golem.
allowed to progress at their own pace. And, you know, some people, like even the golem, believes that someday, Ghat and Rimat's people might become civilized enough to join them, but we aren't there yet. In any case, Ghat and Rimat have discovered the truth, and seems like they are okay. So, I wonder what that meant. I already got these things, right? So there's still more game left. Have not reached the end. Be warned, now entering Xenozoic. That's all that is. Okay, so gotta keep that in mind. These things may have other messages. I've seen these tablets before, but I haven't been able to read them. Now I guess the little piece of technology that the golem gave us allows them to read those tablets. So now is the chance to return back to those tablets and see if they offer anything new.
Golem, can't you make the shadows stop attacking us?
No, I don't have the power to communicate with them now. Furthermore, I am afraid they are not only going to attack you, but may also hunt you when you leave. That is what they are supposed to do, and I will be unable to stop them, as I have done for you before.
Okay, so
The East Golem is at the landmark you Zeno's call Pink Tower, far into the mountains. I will lead you through the safest paths I know.
I'm pretty sure I don't have to fight these things. I can just walk by. They're not very fast, so it doesn't really matter. Again, the experience system in this game isn't necessarily... I'm pretty sure it's not linked to the battles, so battling more enemies doesn't really mean much. Doesn't mean anything. Might be able to get some item drops from them, health and items to refill my health, or the meters up top, the attack meter and the health meter up there. That'd be the only real reason to attack them. Otherwise I can just, you know, walk right past them. There's no real reason to engage them. So, I guess now...
I can't stand being controlled like this. Golem, can't you call the other Golem? He can find the East Golem. He can get your cure. Why are you sending us to the Pink Tower?
The West Golem is dead, and the East Golem is at Pink Tower. You must be referring to the South Golem. He already knows about my situation, but has decided to stay out of reach.
Why won't he save you?
It is something I must ask myself, but it is obvious you were helped by him. You have the West Golem's hands and the Sun Harvesters. You couldn't have found these things on your own.
I thought you golems worked together.
Not necessarily. The South Golem is my only equal in Xenozoic. Our true purpose is the same, but we disagree.
Alright, learning a little bit more about the golems there and how they're treating, you know, how they're treating Ghat and Rimat and our people, our society. They disagree about enabling us to use their technology before we are ready, or perhaps the South Golem believes we are already ready to have a taste, or have a first taste of their civilization. It's a really controversial topic, and it's like, it's something that other pieces of fiction in sci-fi, and both sci-fi and fantasy genres, many different fictions have dealt with this very similar themes. You know, how do you approach a less advanced civilization? Can they be trusted with more advanced technology? Will they be able to digest it, to harness it? Or are they just simply not ready? Will they use it only for improper means? See, this is a huge theme in Star Trek as the explorers there deal with various civilizations across the galaxy. The entire reason why why a lot of their laws okay, it was not open before, right? I gotta keep that in mind. Why a lot of their what was it called? The Prime Directive? The Prime Directive is the main law concerning interaction with other peoples. Here's another one of those. Watch post in a field of waste is not ignoble. The green haze shall not deter you. Caxte. Okay. I think that's referring to one of those posts in the, let's see, this area here, End World. There was one across the river of green haze, telling me that I should be able to reach it. Oh, I see, okay. Right. It's all connected now. I guess these doors are open, which weren't open before. Let me see, pretty sure I explored everything here anyway. Might as well check it out. Yeah, I already explored this area. Okay. Yeah, it was okay. In that case, it was worth checking out. May the body of a golem have no holes. They may remain unchanged. Okay. Alright, this is not open. That's okay, then I'll go back the normal way. Alright, so we're seeing similar themes that works like Star Trek or other sci-fi things.
Golem,
Anything that...
It's about time you tell us how we will reach Pink Tower.
In the canyon
Okay.
is a single entrance to a cave which leads to a path through the mountains. The entrance to this cave is blocked by a stone door. Just as I had defenses in the north, the East Golem's border is protected.
Can you open that door for us?
No, I cannot. But before losing my power, I was tracking one who could open that door for you, deep into the Corwood Woods.
Who is this person?
Person or animal, I cannot be sure, but I know it is a misplaced inhabitant of the East Golem's land.
Okay. Giving us more things to do. Let's see, there's... Here... I think this is just a teleport, right? And there's that thing over there, but I don't know where that is. Explore a strange case... Yeah, strange cave entrance at Endworld. Okay, so... You might want to do that first. Let's see. Where does this want me to go? It wants me to go to the coast. No, actually, no, that's not right. That's just the arrow. Turn south and search for the East Golem. Okay. So, I think he wants me to, yeah, he wants me to go to the Corwood Woods. Perhaps to go here. And there's also a strange cave in the Endworld. So, yeah, a lot of these areas in the map that I haven't filled in yet are there because they are meant for this later portion of the game, I think. So, yeah, there are reasons why I haven't been able to get there yet, because I suspected that it might have been an exploration based, like maybe those are completely optional areas, and some of those might actually still be the case. Who knows? I suspect that this is like where the East Golem is going to be. This area here, I'm not sure. Check that out too. But now we're seeing more explicit reasons to try and find those areas. So let's try to look at the cave. That's a secondary mission. Do that first. And find it. Right, so this whole thing here, where we're dealing with where the game is dealing with interaction with a less civilized society and a more civilized society. Really interesting stuff, especially considering that that it totally came out of left field, more or less, because not expecting the golems to have such an extent of civilization, I guess. I didn't know about or I didn't really guess at how they were keeping Ghat and Rimat's peoples essentially in a cage in some sort of giant zoo, secluded and sequestered from the rest of the world. It's really interesting, and because of this game's unique story's unique world, how, you know, I commented before how it's really alien and strange. It's also dealing with this particular theme, this particular idea in an interesting way too. Yeah, it's food for thought and not necessarily something I can discuss, you know, in a live playthrough. I'm just right now just saying that it's interesting, and if I'm able to, if I were to do like maybe a more appropriate. Oh, okay, so this was the thing. I couldn't enter this before. Now I can. Oh, and here's a text, right? Right. There was also a thing here. Yeah, that. Well, apparently I should be able to. Okay, so that I thought this was. I thought I misremembered what this was. This was not. Okay, that's just an enrage thing. Okay, fine. Alright, so if I were to delve further into the game and do a more in-depth analysis, I'd probably go with, I'd probably explore that theme and how this game's world is structured and how it in particular deals with that interaction. Stores. Read and enter. Cube key storage cave. Okay. I probably want to look further, analyze that a little bit further, and do more in-depth look at that. For now, I'll just point it out and say that's one of the more interesting things about this game. And it's not something I can go in depth with in a live playthrough. Alright, so this area is all about. This is that cave we're in right now, right? Right, that little area here, that unknown area, that's where we're in. Okay, so not much here it seems. Nothing over there. Keep that in mind. I might be able to get there different direction. We're on the other side of that now. Around here. Aha. All entrances to the last tomb have been shut except the desert entrance. Oh, okay, so this I believe is the I can get to there from the desert entrance. Right. If I go back to the desert, I see. Okay, so let's continue on. So I wouldn't go so far as to call this a secret area necessarily, because a side quest essentially pointed us in this direction. Definitely an optional area though. As far as optional areas go, very nice looking talk. Alright, not to the crystal, but there. Entrance is the last tomb is reserved to the restorers alone. Only we hold the history of Xenozoic, as told by early Xenos. Okay, so this is like random map, I think. Yeah, pretty cool. Seems there's some item-based stuff to gain from coming here. So we're getting a gameplay specific reward, so to speak. But we're also getting a lot of story related details. So we're getting on both levels of the game, the actual interactive portion as well as the storytelling portion, delivering on both of those things. But it is you know, it's making good use of that space, of this particular space, for both of those things. It's also worth worth saying that that's ultimately a while it is good that it does both, it's like this. I know what the cube is. I'll pick that up. Take care of cube keys through numerous. Though numerous, no new keys can be made. Each restorer who dies in the wild loses a cube key forever. If we hold less than 8. Though less than 8, we may never exit the caves again. Right. Allies' health increased. Oh, that's really nice. Right, so if I go to the desert, I'm assuming that if I insert all the cubes into that entrance, that's the way to get to the main entrance of this lost cave. Potentially coming into the cave from the other side. Right, so as far as most of the areas in the game deliver on both fronts, delivering story details as well as useful items for the interactive part of the game, the gameplay. You know, using items you can use for combat or whatnot. So it gives both of those things. It's a space containing both. However, the way this game handles it keeps it very much separate. Not necessarily like the storytelling isn't necessarily an interactive affair. For the most part, the storytelling portion of the game is its own thing, almost separate from the actual interactivity of the game. Like, most of the interaction with the game involves combat, exploration. You can argue that it is tied to the interactivity. A lot of the story details and backstory are tied to the interactivity by the fact that you have to go out and find a lot of it. So it's tied to the exploration. However, when I mean interactive storytelling, I mean you are an active participant in that story, or in the story moments, or in a lot of the more salient story scenes. As far as examples of that, you can look at perhaps I guess Uncharted games give good examples of that. A lot of scenes with storytelling, you know, happening while you are interacting with the game. Of course, like I played the Half-Life 2 Episode 1 and 2. Those were great examples. You are in complete control of your character, Gordon Freeman, while you are experiencing the story. That doesn't do it through cutscenes. Doesn't separate off those story scenes into cutscenes. So, yeah, those are the main examples I can think of right now. I mean, there were plenty of other games that do similar things. Banished from my clan. Restorers work to restore, not to write new words. Forgive my compulsion, fine reader. My original writing contaminates sacred landscape of text. Same thing. Oh, welcome to my house, where it is My name and restoring old text is my craft. A word is my name, and restoring old text is my craft. Perhaps you've seen elsewhere in Cenozoic. Text, arranged and gilded with care. Proud work of my clan. Okay, so it explains a little bit more about how these tablets were created. Check this area one more time. Right, we can recruit this guy. So I guess he was the one who made a lot of the text, or his clan. Let's see, I do have points I can put in. I can, in theory, let's see, 1 or 2, 4. I can almost get full leadership I need to recruit him. Okay, so I can only up 2 points here because everything now requires 2. Has to fit in evenly. So strength. So stamina. Okay. Should be fine for now. I'm not gonna be able to recruit this guy. Requires full leadership. Alright, so getting back to the storytelling methods of this game and how basically what I'm saying is I like the way the design makes sure to incorporate both story and include interactive items to discover at the same time, like in the same spaces. But never do they cross necessarily. There isn't really a way to experience the story through interactivity. Well, only in a very limited manner, in so much as you have to, for some of the backstory here, you can go seek it out. Okay. So I thought it said that I was immune to the smoke, but I guess that's only a particular part in the in this area, not all of the smoke or green fog. That's good to know. And while I definitely prefer to see interactive storytelling wherever possible, you know, it's great. It's not necessarily a big deal if a game keeps the storytelling and in the interactivity separate. That's fine. More or less the... Oh, okay. Oh, I see. So this is actually, we're looking into that house over there. I see, that's what this is. Or I've already been here then. Right. Good to know, good to know. It's like a little glimpse into that area, so... Okay. I can warp out of here, or I can simply go here if I want to go to the desert. Actually, I don't think I can open that door yet. I don't have any cubes anyway. So maybe I might as well warp. Yeah. When I get more of those cubes, then I'll go back and check the door and see if I can open it. For now, I'll just warp out of here. Alright, so let's go... How about we go back here, kind of see if I can open that area now. It's probably behind one of those barriers that I could not interact with yet because I don't have the right item. Go there and remind myself what that place was. Okay, so... as far as the storytelling in this game, it is largely cutscene based, and that's okay. As I said, that's okay. I only prefer the interactive storytelling method. It's not vital. It's not necessary. that's just my observation about how a lot of these environments are made. That's all. To wrap up that discussion, a lot of the environments are made, full of salient story details, as well as relevant items to pick up. So where would this be? This would be in like southwest corner. If I take a right here, that would be somewhere over there. Somewhere over this way, I think. So right, I guess the main thing is that the spaces aren't just dedicated for one thing or the other. They're made so that they'll have both. They'll have both pertinent things. So, oh, I guess that's over here? I don't know. The arrow does not move around, but I'm assuming I'm in the south. I don't think I've been here. South Road? Have I been here? South Road is this. When I'm at the South Road, I need to head to the right. Find that area. Not sure. I'm gonna remind myself what this is. South Road. If I've been there at all. Okay, yeah, this is where I did that first side quest. Right, so if I exit here, somewhere over to the left will be the entrance to this unknown area. I just have to figure out how to get there. Where is this area? I'm not sure if there's anything to find that I haven't already seen. Probably not. It's just a small place. Can't even recruit the guy that was here anymore. He's not here. Okay. Actually, I wonder if there's something I can do here. It's like a targetable thing, right? And then what else do I target? Oh, and link them. I'm not sure if that's worth. Okay, I did something. Fortunately, I heard to. Okay, did something, but the only way to do it was to hurt a pig, and I'm kind of feeling pretty bad about that. But in the name of progress and in the name of discovering stuff, to remind myself it's only a game, and keep going forward. So there was something here. Okay. So this seems like a true secret that I was discussing earlier, a totally optional area that you can only find if you take the time to explore and experiment. I don't think, or I'm hoping that this is not an area that we're required to go as part of any sort of quest. The more secret areas there are in the game, the more optional things, the more I admire that stuff. So let me see, I can do this, and break it, and that clears the green fog, I guess. Yep. Okay. Ah, okay. So, right, not much here. It was just a nice little secret area. And you get a level up points for it. Okay, like I see. This area in particular did not have a story thing, did not have a backstory related detail, so this was specifically for finding a skill point, or 3 skill points rather, and directly rewards exploration and puzzle solving, I suppose. So not everything will have a story related thing, okay. At least this area didn't. However, a lot of the areas have had both discoverable items as well as discoverable backstory details. And most of them have had both. So, how about go with stamina, and we have 2 points too. Bring health up. Then I'll work on leadership after that, if I find more. Alright, so I think that's everything in this area discovered. While I'm not going to be painstakingly trying to find every single thing, not trying to 100% the game, I want to do my, as I say, I want to do my due diligence to do everything that I can do within reason. I don't want to spend too long trying to discover everything, but if I think of something that might have, something worth exploring, then I will probably try and give it a fair shot and try to do it. Alright, so it should be over this way to my left. Unless maybe that is what this is. The only way I can open or get to that area is by unlocking every single one of these doors. That's possible. The only way to get to this unknown area here is by completing the quest. Seems like that would be the case. I don't know if I have enough to open the next one.
Here are the moths.
I do.
Now
okay.
You'll show us everything.
No need to dig through my trash. I got it all out here. This is what you want.
No, we're checking the room ourselves.
Okay. Apparently open the next door.
There's nothing there. There's nothing. No! You can't!
Oh, this looks familiar.
The moths are mine.
Firearms ammo increased. Alright. And you can keep your moths. I found the thing that I wanted. No, it doesn't seem like I found a new area. That theory is wrong, but keep this stuff here. I can always come back and get them later. So, okay. Still looking for that entrance to the other area. I just don't know where that is. Actually, it seems like it's over here. Yeah, it makes sense that it would be over here somewhere. Through here. Yeah, this is the entrance. I just haven't been able to find a way to get through this particular gate. Maybe later I'll find another thing that'll allow me to open this gate, or I'll be coming from the other side, the other direction. Either way, I believe that's the way to this unknown area here. The only thing I can think of that would lead to that unknown area, this specific gate. So leave that to later. Looks like I can't reach it now anyway. Alright, what else is there? There's this area here, which I believe is part of this quest. And then I believe this road here leads to the South Golem. Possibly. So, okay. With that in mind, let's go to the Corwood Woods. continue on. Right, so as far as the major areas are concerned, it seems like all of them are related to some quest or another. Or there's some of them are seemingly more optional. I don't know if the I haven't really been keeping track of whether the main story path, the main sequence of quests, takes you through every single area of the game. Entirely possible. But it seems like, to me, some of these areas have been directly related to side quests. So some of them you don't have to visit at all. So in that case, those are optional. In the case of that secret room that I found, that is a complete and total secret, I suppose. Something that rewards exploration and discovery. So there are certain levels of optional areas. And the reason why I appreciate that is because it takes... It's kind of risky to invest the resources to construct or design those levels when they're optional to the point where some players might miss them entirely. That's the risk. Like, as a designer, if you make these optional, if you make an area optional that you don't have to visit, then it's possible that those would be resources that are wasted. But you gotta justify it by adding value to the game. It adds value in the fact that being able to discover that area, being able to make... I'm trying to figure out the best way to put this. Like, the fact that those areas are optional and discoverable, it makes your own personal experience through the game that much more special, that much more unique. And that's essentially what those areas give to the player, a slightly more unique experience. And that's... sometimes that is worth the resources, worth the risk of making those areas missable or optional. It adds a specific type of value that, you know, a more direct and, you know, non-optional area does not. I'm not sure if that's the most clear way of putting that, but basically it's like an added value and an added transformative experience. And in part, it's also related to non-linearity, that concept of non-linearity where you can take multiple paths through a world. Although that word has many meanings and many different ways of expressing non-linearity within this game. Oh, this guy again? That came from the other side. Guess I have to battle him again. I don't know how I'm missing. There we go. Right. I'm only realizing now that I usually don't have to fight. However, these guys are a little bit faster than those golem creatures. So these guys are a little bit... These enemies in particular are a little bit harder to ignore. so that's why if I aggro one of them, I should probably fight them. So I'm trying to find... Right, I mean, the arrow is right there, so... Guess if I ignore this guy, he'll just run back to me, so I might as well. Alright. Sometimes they do drop items, so I guess that's one reason to battle them, so... Fortunately, that guy didn't. Big dude there. Maybe I'll ignore him. I don't think there's anything left to find here. Alright, there was one area I know I could get or couldn't get past before. Around here somewhere. Alright, I can add him as an ally, but... These things are annoying. Okay. I want to say it was here. No, it wasn't here. Yeah, I guess it was just that where that arrow is. I thought there was another one, but no, it's just directly related to the quest. So I'll head there. Oh no, never mind. There's this area. That's what I was thinking of. Alright, I have to fight this guy now. Okay. There's nothing here. Right, so this is what I was thinking of. Thought it was over there, it's over here. Now I'm able to open it. See what is in here. Right, there are more of these moths, but I don't think I need them anymore. As far as I know, I don't need them. Already unlocked. I guess this is just a little bit of redundancy in terms of the moths, allowing you to complete the quest even though you haven't found every single one of them, you know, 100% of the moths in the world. You can still complete that moth quest. I think it's a good way to handle collectibles specifically, like finding 100% every single collectible in an exploration-based world. Very, very easy to miss one of them, but finding, say, 80% or 90%, a lot easier and a lot more reasonable, and still achieves the goal, I suppose, of those collectible quests. Of the goal of. All right, I have to fight this guy yet again. Seems like they respawn. It achieves the goal of encouraging exploration. I guess that's essentially what they're meant to do. They encourage exploration. I did miss that. Of course, you could still encourage exploration without necessarily requiring you to find every single one of those collectibles.
Looks like that core
We're still
ran out of
achieving,
things to burn.
or those quests are still achieving
Arrow
that.
is in the middle of the pyre.
Golem, you know everything. Was he burned by another Corwid, or did he burn himself?
I seldom waste my time looking into the hearts of Gorwit.
Look closely at Harrow. He isn't bound to the pyre. He's hugging it.
Alright. I don't think there's anything... Found that secret area already, so should be able to... Yeah, I think I'm all set with this area for now. I want to revisit each area at least once more before finishing the game, because it's probably, now that I have a lot of those items, I can probably open some paths that I couldn't before.
What kind of core woods are we going to find?
I was never in this area of the woods. How are we going to find the one who can take us to Pink Tower?
You will recognize him. He should have 2 heads.
Okay.
2 heads, huh? Alright, so... New area here. Now, it seemed like that particular entrance was more of an arbitrary arbitrary obstacle, in that we could only get through that one, or this entrance, at a particular moment in the story, it seems. Like, we visited that area earlier, couldn't get through because we weren't, well, the story didn't want us to go there yet. Or enter this particular area just yet. And in terms of like the hierarchy of gating, that one's a little bit more, I guess, the most arbitrary one that we've seen so far in the game. It's kind of regrettable that the game needs to do that. Another one of those things. As most of the obstacles and gates in the game have been, you know, the game has taken its time to justify their existence. You know, blocking them behind specific gates where you need the technology or an item to then later unlock it. But that one in particular was 100% a story-related gate. I can only get through it. That's interesting. Okay. Huh. Seems like that was like a scripted event. Indicating like, oh, this is dangerous or whatever. Yeah, curious. Yeah, another one of these things. Alright, so... Yeah, I don't know why they couldn't, why the game couldn't have put another technology-based gate that could then go back and unlock later using some item. I think I'm making a bigger deal out of it than it is, but it's just like, it's strange to see something like that in a more arbitrary, story-based, or narrative-based gating that isn't motivated by any particular item or unlocking mechanism, when all of the other gates, all of the other obstacles have been properly justified. So that's all I'm saying, I guess. It's just that it seems weird in comparison to the rest of the game. It's not consistent. Alright, so... Alright, we're seeing this area has multiple paths here now. Multiple ways to go. Which is, again, that's also pretty unusual. I think this is where we need to go. And these are some other optional areas. Other optional ways to go here. Okay, so this one's a fairly simple one. And it dead ends here. There's not much else to it. Find these specific things. Can I level up now, or? Yeah, I have 2, so put this one in leadership. see. Before I head that way, I guess I'll head this way. See what's here, if there are any other secrets I can find. So far, considering I'm pretty far in the game has been pretty consistent about rewarding exploration, I would say, so I would definitely want to keep up with the exploration itself and explore as much as I possibly can. Okay, grenades here. Wonder what's up there.
Quiet.
There's a guy over there. There he is. Mantra Whisperer. I'll try harder to sneak by them.
Quiet. Listen.
Aha, more.
Away. Listen. Away. Go away. Go away. Quiet. Go away. Listen. Go away. Listen.
I think one of them dropped a grenade.
Listen.
Actually worked out for me.
Quiet.
Alright. So, let's see what's here. Anything... Ah, I guess that's it. Another moth. Expecting a little bit more to find here, but okay. Moth. Probably more stuff down there, I guess. Try not to fall off. Alright, so... give this area a once over, thoroughly explore. Up there. Another weapon, nice.
Away.
Alright. Wonder why this one is blocked off like this. Can I break this at all or no? It looks like I don't know. Why this one is blocked off like this. This is kind of odd to see. Again, this one seems like a more arbitrary sort of gate. Maybe there'll be a way to break through this. Need like the sun to do it, or hasn't quite risen enough. Well, it's just another one of those shells. It's not really that imperative that I find a way through. Can always come back later. This thing looks pretty cool. I wonder what this is all about. This is like one of the more unique...
Away. Go away.
Yeah, this is one of the more unique looking things in the game. Like, doesn't seem like it's a background object or anything like that. Seems like it's a... Oh, I see. That's why, because it's actually hiding a one of those upgrades. Haven't found a way to open it yet. So I'm assuming there is a way to open this. It's not targetable. Alright, interesting, yeah, I'll keep that in mind. There is something behind this. Perhaps I'll get another item yet that'll allow me to get through here. Yeah, really interesting, so... Can't interact with this area just yet, but I can come back later. Okay, so... Now that I've explored all I could, time to head back... this way.
Go away. Away. Away.
Okay. A lot more moths to find, however... Don't necessarily need to find them anymore. Okay, a gun. Okay, I'm heading over there. Okay. More to discover here. Possibly? Or is this just another... Okay, yeah. There is something here. I'll take it. Alright, so head into this area.
There he is.
Cutscene, there
the
we
man
go.
with two heads.
Hey, you! Golem, what's his name?
He's the one who's gonna help us open a golem door?
He wants you to close the door.
What are you scared of?
He is afraid of the Singlers. They hurt him if he goes outside.
Well, it's your lucky day. We're here to take you away from this place.
No, he is afraid of being tortured by the Singlers. He won't leave while they are out there.
If we make them go away, will you come with us?
He won't leave until all Singlers have gone quiet.
Well, let's get to it then.
Alright, very specific quest. 4 of them. Oh wait, this is the other side of it, right? Yeah, this is the other side of this area, okay. Right. So, I guess game specifically designed to have you again explore and come from the other direction. Okay, so that's kind of weird. I mean, this This is about the most arbitrary obstacle I can possibly think of to prevent you from reaching a certain area. I mean, why not put a more significant wall here, just to more directly separate these areas? This just seems like maybe the developers designed this area first and then they changed their minds, allowing you to come here and put this thing here to block it off. I don't know. That's pretty weird. But at least you are able to come here, or at least. And again, exploration is further. Can talk to them.
Who are you? What are you doing? Hey!
Do not interrupt the song or you'll be sorry.
Alright, so now we're into combat.
Words are blunt instruments. Be quiet. Listen. Sing to the angel.
Alright, one down. 3 more. Alright, so they are in fact different from the other enemies, the whisperers, the singers, or something else. I guess I have to just go find them. That also may explain why some of these areas are the size that they are, to make you go explore and find these singers. Like, it's related directly to this quest and not necessarily for the purposes of exploring. And also here, I don't know if you can hear that in the background, you can hear where the singers are, so it's incorporating sound into this puzzle. You can follow your ears to try and find singers. Expecting there'll be another one over here. Yeah, there's one over here too. So, at first glance, some of these areas did seem empty, but that's only because during this particular quest, there'll be something to do in the areas. So, interesting that how it's designed. So.
Words are blunt instruments. Be quiet. Away.
Oh boy, more. Let's see. Try and now they can fight each other.
Be quiet and allow the song. Away. Sing to the ancient future. Away. Listen.
I think this one is glitched out. Because the health bar was still there. I think now it activated that, or changed up to, or to defeated. Okay, there's gonna be one over here. Yeah, I can hear him now.
Song with a goal. Contrived means to an imaginary.
Crowned Whisperer. Right, I see.